There ain't no secrets anymore.
Let's do this. So, welcome to Talking Comicon, our first time here in our new little studio.
Look at this, guys.
We got a little bit of a setup this time.
Yeah.
My name is Derek, and this is
Nathan.
All right.
You guys know us.
Here to talk about our post Comic-Con experience.
Yeah. Before that, I want to just talk about, just take 10 seconds to talk about our new little studio, guys. The location is going to look a little bit different to you guys because we are doing a studio build out right now. It's not complete. The walls are a little bit bare right now. Don't have a lot of stuff up, but that's because we're still building out. But it's going to be when we have plans. We have some signs being made. I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah, part of our talking about the convention, we will talk about some of the people that we met up with that are going to be help making us some signs, some close friends and artists that we know.
Yeah. And right there, I think that's a good way to segue in. So Phoenix Comicon was over the weekend.
It was good.
Memorial Day weekend, the 25th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. So Thursday through Sunday. And I had a great time.
I had a great time. I mean,
some shit went down.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Again, we're not cosplayers, so we weren't obviously too much affected by it. I did cosplay that day as someone who probably would have been taken down by the police.
Yeah, so, okay, so what he's talking about here is on Thursday or at about noon, so a couple hours after registration opened, a guy got in with like 3 sidearms, like 3 pistols, a shotgun, a bunch of ammo, and a bunch of knives. And apparently, from what I'm reading, the only reason that police got tipped off is because he was doing the new thing. He was posting on Facebook.
Going live?
Yeah, he's like going live on Facebook.
Yeah.
He started posting pictures, and some girl who happened to be friends with him, who lives in California, saw him doing it and called the Phoenix PD and let them know. So Phoenix PD found where this guy was. I think some other people in the convention like said, "Hey, this guy's acting sketchy" or whatever. Not real sure. That's just speculation.
Yeah.
But they apprehended him. There was a little bit of a struggle. He resisted a little bit, but no incident happened after that. Nobody was hurt, and they got the guy.
From what I recall too, just from where we were at, didn't we mention about how we couldn't get through a door? Wasn't that the door that we couldn't get through, where people were like on top of him? I could have sworn that we were close by to the incident when it happened.
We might have been. I don't know. I was oblivious to the whole thing until I saw it.
I just remember Kuhn and Megan like saying that like they couldn't get through a particular door, it being like people in front of it.
That very well could have been.
Either way though, like when I put it kind of all together, is the only day that we were really out for our children. I had my son, you had your 2 kids.
Yeah.
Was that day.
Yep.
And so people that are mad, well, I'm glad that I'm alive. I'm glad my son's alive.
Yeah. Well, what happened is, so he got in, and they got him. Apparently, he was targeting police officers and Jason David Frank, the Power Ranger.
Yeah.
So what they did is they had to up security big time. So come Friday, they limited the access into the building, and every bag was getting checked, and everybody was getting wanded with metal detector wanders.
Once you're in, you're in.
Once you're in though. But they were not ready for Friday. Lines backed up. We were there early, so we got inside within 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the line was still long, but it wasn't.
We were in the front of it though.
Yeah. But yeah, we all had our bags. We all got them checked, and it was pretty quick. I mean, it wasn't like frisky.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything.
It wasn't invasive.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fine. I mean, it was still less than what would happen if you tried to go to any concert nowadays.
But from what I heard, I know some people directly who did not get into the event. They waited in line for like an hour or 2.
Yeah.
So if you came later, you waited a lot longer, which is unfortunate. But they had less than 24-hour turnaround time to up this security. They had to up the security. Regardless of where you sit on the issue, they had to up security. They couldn't. If they did nothing, then the conversation would be a lot different.
Yeah.
Anyway,
if what was planned had happened, Phoenix Comicon would not have continued.
No, and as a matter of fact, from what I hear too, Phoenix Comicon had two choices. It was either up the security and do what the police said and do this. What they did is, one of the big issues that they did that everybody's complaining about is a ban on all props. Period. Across the board, the first ban was all props.
Yep.
All cosplay props. It didn't matter if it was a sonic screwdriver or if it was a teddy bear. All props banned. That was the initial ban. It was just everything across the board. That eventually got loosened up in the morning, Friday morning, to prop weapons.
They let Pikachu in, your son.
Right, like stuffed animals could go in at that point, and like a sonic screwdriver could go in at that point. But if you had something that looked like a gun, or like if it was even a Nerf gun, no freaking
Which
go.
is what I had on Thursday. I had a painted black Nerf gun.
Right.
A little bit of orange here and there, not even on the tip. And I actually had to ask the person
That's
at
what-
peace bonding.
That's what I wanted to talk
fucking
about.
Peace bonding.
That's what I wanted to talk about because, real quick here, we'll take like 5 minutes to talk about this. But my initial assessment of the security going into the event was it was a lot more lackadaisical than even in 2016, the year before. When we walked in, there was nobody checking bags. There was a lot of security and a lot of police around. They were all standing around. But that's all that they were doing.
There was looking and watching.
Looking and watching, that was it. There was nobody checking bags. Like you said about the peace bonding, it was basically on a goodwill type thing. Like you basically had to go up. They weren't making you go up to the peace bonding booths or even calling you to go up. I didn't see them. I watched people walk past them.
Yeah.
That had prop weapons. They weren't even calling people up who they saw walk by. It was just crazy lackadaisical. And like you were saying, you basically had to beg them.
Yeah, I had to
inspect
find
the-
the peace bonding because I'm pretty sure I walked by one, but I found one near where I wanted to be. But I was already out of registration and into the next building, looking for the peace bonding to get my peace bonding, then to meet up with you.
Right.
I didn't even have to get peace bonding if I didn't want to. I bet.
Yeah, and even before the incident happened, you even told me about that. When you met up with us, you were like, I had to beg them
Yeah.
to peace bond, check my
I
weapon.
walked by with my gun, no one said anything, then I turned around and saw them like, oh, hey, put this on the table, and he's like, okay, he's like, where do you want your zip tie? I don't know, you're the peace bonder, where
They're
should it
supposed
go?
to zip tie the trigger.
No, they didn't. They put it around one of the fucking straps.
Well, that's what they did like the year before, they would zip tie the triggers.
Yeah, no, it wasn't zip tie trigger. It was still this year around like one of my straps.
Wow. Oh yeah, anyway, so that I think there lays the big issue. The security was just lackadaisical. And I do not blame Phoenix Comicon for that. Because they outsource their security now. They pay for a third-party company to come in and take care of all the security for them, and that is mandated by the convention center. The convention center gives them a list of security firms that they can use, and they have to choose one, and that's basically how that rolls. Phoenix Comicon really has no say in the policies or procedures, I guess I should say, because they set the policies as far as what stuff's allowed in and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? But as far as the procedures, as far as how the security guards interact with us, they don't have anything to do with that.
Yeah.
As far as my knowledge is. So I think that's where the problem lays. Hopefully, I don't want to beat a dead horse over this. We've all talked about it on social media. I know it's a heated thing, and this is just our opinion. And opinions are like assholes, man. We all have one, and they all fucking stink.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to beat a dead horse on that.
Who shoots?
Yeah. It is what it is. We had to live with it. It didn't kill the event.
No, not at all.
And as a matter of fact, the Phoenix Comicon's being really cool about it. They put out a statement that says, "Look, dudes, if this ruined your weekend, like if this incident ruined your weekend, let us know about it. We'll give you a full refund."
Which by the way,
That's way above and beyond anything that.
that blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like.
If I were them, I would have been like free passes for next year or something like that. Right?
Exactly, because when it comes down to, in my opinion, giving refunds, like, they didn't. You could attend the entire convention and then ask for a refund.
Yeah.
Like if someone shot me an email and said I want a refund, I would say, okay, cool. You will get your refund when you give me your badge, and then we will prorate how many days you were already here.
Right.
And how many
There's
days
no
you have
way.
left.
Unfortunately, there would be no way for Phoenix
There'd be
Comicon.
a long ass line for refunds if I was running the event.
Yeah, well, there's no way for them to verify what days that people actually went on and when they did it.
Well,
because
if someone emailed me for a refund on Friday, and then they met up with me on Saturday, I give them a refund for Saturday and Sunday.
yeah, but you're talking
Because
about
you were obviously there on Friday.
Right. But then you got to do that for 100,000 people.
I would turn the registration room into a refund room. But that's just me, because I'm a for-profit convention, and I'm here to make money. And you were obviously there on Thursday, you were there on Friday, and you had fun.
Yep. I agree with that. 100%. 100%. So you know what? It's good on Matt Somberg and Square Egg and everybody who's involved with Phoenix Comicon, because they did everybody a huge solid, and you guys should be thanking them for that.
Yeah.
Up and down.
Full fucking refund for enjoying the convention.
They didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
They did. They just did it because they knew it was the right thing to do.
So it's not the right thing to do.
Well, for them, they thought it was the right thing.
Good PR.
It's good PR.
It's good PR.
It's good PR. Anyway,
you know what else is good PR? Jason David freaking milking the incident.
I don't even want to touch that.
Him as a human being, I guarantee was scared shitless.
Yeah.
And like I even commented on your post, that his PR team, his marketing team is like, roll with it.
Yeah.
Money, hello. You could do a documentary on this. We'll follow you around. We'll sell DVDs.
Anyway, regardless, it's a good cause.
Yeah.
It's a good cause. So I'm not going to beat him up over it.
It is, no. And I hope he does go through with it, because someone does.
Right.
It needs to happen.
Right. All right, so we beat that dead horse. Comic-Con was still a great show. I had an amazing time. We met a lot of amazing people. And speaking of one of the signs that were going to get made, one of the people or a company that we met, the people who we met, were from a sign. What was the sign? Remember that sign company's name?
The plastic ones?
Yeah. What was their name? Collector Frames.
Collector Frames.
Collector Frames. We ran into their booth because we were just walking by on Friday, I think it was, and just noticed some of the really cool art that they had. That was it looked like it's plastic, and then they used acrylic paints to paint in, where they had used like a CNC machine or something to drill out the plastic.
So yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. You have your blank white piece of plastic.
No, black. There's a black piece.
No, the bottom is white.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so it's layered. The bottom is white, and then the top that has a cutout of the logo and the insignia is black.
Oh, okay.
It goes on top of there. If you want it colored and painted, the paint goes on top of the white, in between the black areas.
Okay.
Voila, you have your sign.
Okay.
Simple concept. This obviously isn't what they do for a living. They
started out making
boat. They do cabinetry for boats and boat parts.
So, and then they also, I think so, but then they make the one of their signature things that they do are making custom frames for comic books.
There you go.
So if you have like a comic book that's graded and slabbed, they make these really cool like 3D frames to put them in. You can hang them, sit them on a desk, whatever. They look really cool. They're nice.
Exactly.
Really,
and then all the leftover plastic is what they made for this.
Yeah.
So literally, the signs that you're buying is the recycled shit,
right.
Which is awesome.
And we thought that was cool. They're
it's
also
like
local.
It's like eating hot dogs.
Right. Right. Yeah. I'll go with it. And they're also local here to Phoenix.
Yes, they are. Yes.
And so just supporting the local community out here, it's pretty cool. But my point is, they are making us a 22 inch square sign that we're going to put up. But that's
somewhere
not that.
Here.
Yeah, we'll put it up somewhere over here. That's not even our main sign that's going up though.
We'll go out of that in a little bit.
Okay. So that's one of the people that we met. This was the first year that we got to talk with the people from Steam Crow.
Oh yeah, So,
they do the Monster Scouts.
Mr. Daniel Davis is his name, right?
Yes. Yeah, so we've known who this company is and who they are and what they've been doing for years. They've been going to Phoenix Comicon since we've been going there.
Yep, Monster Scouts has been around for a little while now.
Yeah, a couple of years now, and we knew about that. We've always followed them on social media, but this is the first year that we've actually got to meet them and talk to them. So in our recap video that will be put out on Sunday, you guys will be able to see all this stuff. Still editing the video, but you'll be able to see these interviews and get to know what we're talking about. But so really, we got to meet a lot of cool people.
Kids need to read, obviously. They're the primary source of donations that if you are part of the Blue Ribbon Army.
Right, I think those are their main charity.
Yeah, they're the main charity for them for all the events that we go to. Our dues that we pay to the Blue Ribbon Army goes to that as well. Right. Also for other things as well. Right. Until the frat house is built. We'll figure that one out later. One day.
But yeah, so a lot of cool people, a lot of cool artists. They had, Mike Martin out there. They had Jim Shooter out there.
Jay Lee,
Norm Rampmund.
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker. I mean, everybody was out there.
Gregory.
So we got to, talk to some of those. I don't know if we got a lot of those guys on camera though. We were running around doing a lot of other stuff. This year,
I mean, well, and we'll get into some of the other hiccups about the con, which again isn't that big of a deal. It's just what happens when you have a huge fucking convention.
Yeah.
And huge celebrities, and one that is probably going to be dying soon. You can't do so many things at once.
Well, and from what I hear, there was like between 1,600 and 2,000. We're not. What we're talking
on track right now.
What we're talking about right now is photo ops. But yeah. Anyway, we'll get to that here in a minute.
Another person that we hit up about having a sign done. Hopefully, it does happen. I haven't heard anywhere back, but again, we're literally. Friday night after the convention, some of the big deal with Smoke Tree Workshops. The guy who does the wood burning.
Yes, yeah.
The smoke on the wood. I hit him up to have us get a logo made, as well as another metal creator.
The metal work.
The guys who do metal creations. If you're up on the Hall of Heroes and when you walked in, you went to your left, and there's these giant Star Wars.
I got a bunch of their stuff on film too, so you guys will be able to check that out.
Hopefully we hear back from them as well for getting assignment as well. We're obviously our whole intention is to do what we can to promote local business, and one of those things is going to be having the background that you see right here filled with their creations.
Yeah, and a lot of art from these not just local creators too. The artwork, a lot of it is local creators, but some of them are just my favorite creators in the industry. And you're going to see a lot of their artwork going up on these walls also.
Yep.
So I'm pretty excited about it.
Our big backdrop logo is...
He has not, before you name drop him, he has not been to, he has not set up a booth or a table at Phoenix Comicon.
This is true.
He is just a local artist.
You might as well be spray painting the walls, in honor of Freeway.
Pretty much.
But his art is amazing.
It's very good. He's a local artist, has not been out to the conventions yet, but he's one of our friends.
Yep.
So he's going to do, how big of a mural is he doing?
36 by 36. We locked that down a little while ago for the art.
Yeah. So he's making our big mural logo.
Yeah, it'll be, when we have I think this camera will show it better.
Yeah, it's going to be over here, I think. Somewhere in the center behind us.
So our buddy Jeremiah and his little shindig is called Artistic Lifestyle. We've talked about him on our podcast actually in the past.
Yep.
When we go live, he's one of the few people that actually hang out with us while we're live. So he's a really good dude. But his artwork is phenomenal. We've shared his stuff on our page. I'll continue to share stuff on his page. But he will have a background sitting right behind us.
He's going to be our main logo. So it's pretty cool. We got a lot of good things coming from the local artists who we saw at Phoenix Comicon. So at Phoenix Comicon, what was another one of your big highlights?
One of my favorite things was 3rd Street.
Yeah, Con on 3rd.
Con on 3rd.
Yeah.
It wasn't as cool as it was in 2016 because we also had part of 2nd as well.
Right. No, part of Adams.
Adams, yeah, Adams between the Hyatt and...
So it was more of a block, or like a serious block party.
Exactly.
They had the live bands out there.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to try and bring them back, they just didn't have enough time to organize that this year.
Yeah, because we spend most of our time over at
Networks.
Networks, there you go.
Last year. This year we didn't spend any time at Networks because it was...
We were so busy.
Yeah. And I was really afraid of coming back in that big line.
No, exactly. One of the huge things is that now that it is literally being treated as lockdown. Like when you're in, you're in. When you're out, you're out. And to get back in, you got to get back in line and go through that check.
And who knows how long that's...
Exactly. Yeah.
We were afraid of that.
So we were definitely afraid of leaving. So I guess you know what? Fuck out. Let's keep it on Con on 3rd.
Well, unless they can get the security going next year to where it flows.
That's true. Well,
they just got to make it where it's a lot faster.
So you lock down Adams all the way to Washington? So 2nd closes down all the way down to Washington if you lock down Adams.
It'd be Adams down to like 1st Street.
Well, I get that, but...
Because Adams runs the same direction as Washington.
But if you were to lock that down and have Adams part of the convention, you'd have to literally close 2nd Street at Adams and have all the traffic at the Hyatt flip a bitch,
right,
and go back down to Monroe.
That's what they did last year.
No, it was open all the way down.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
2nd Street was running all the time, and it was this year as well.
Oh yeah.
But you'd have to lock down 2nd Street at Adams and have everyone flip a bitch out of the Hyatt back down to Monroe.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with that. Phoenix probably isn't.
Probably not.
No.
Anyway, that's for somebody above our pay grade to figure that shit out.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if we could hang out at like the most popular restaurant that's there, that's local, that's Comic-Con themed, you know, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So one of my favorite things at Comic-Con this year was definitely for me this year, because the kids are getting a little bit older, was honestly the kids stuff on Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
Being able to hang out and do the Lego room thing, and what was cool is because Game On Expo was there.
Yeah.
They had the game room set up for the old school games and for the new school games.
If I had any gripe about that, and again, it's just me being a dad, if you're above 12 years old, get the fuck off those consoles and let the kids play for a little bit.
Well, they're open for everybody. Though,
I know,
right?
they're
So
open
they're
for
not just for the
everybody.
kids. No, I hear you. I hear you. I think maybe the older kids should be a little bit more considerate.
Yeah. Because you couldn't sit down and play anything. I mean, we got lost. I found
There were
GoldenEye.
so many kids, so many people.
I found GoldenEye for a little bit, and then you guys disappeared on us.
Oh, well, I
I
couldn't find you.
Yeah.
But that's just another gripe. I think it was cool. There's nothing to gripe about, except for maybe people just need to be a little bit more considerate.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It was still
It's the
fun.
morning. Con goes on forever.
Yeah, Con does go on forever. So that was really fun. And I also liked, because of the security issue, people not getting in as fast, it was actually kind of cool Friday morning to be able to walk around the exhibitor hall without bumping into people.
This is true.
So while that's
we
not...
made our rounds in less than 2 hours.
Right. While that's not good for the exhibitors,
Yeah.
that's horrible for them, and they hate that. It is just for me, as someone who's walking around, it was kind of nice not to bump into people for a second. But it did take away from the vibe, the Comic-Con vibe. You know, when you get, for me, the vibe is it's like that big collective party. When you get everybody in there, the energy's high, spirits are up, and people are having fun. When there's not a lot of people in there, you're just like, I'm walking around a big ass mall.
Yeah.
You know, so it was while it was a double-edged sword for me. It was cool being able to walk around without bumping into people, but at the same time, I didn't have that high-spirited con vibe.
Yeah. One of the things that we didn't do this year was actually go to like a lot of the smaller things that actually does happen. One thing that I do rave about how cool Phoenix Comicon is that there is so much to do.
Like 1 million panels.
There's 1 million panels to do. There's so much to do that you will not be able to do everything that's there, and it's kind of upsetting in the long run. But we actually didn't do any of that.
No, we did. But the one small thing that we did, we couldn't film because they didn't want. We did the escape room, the X-Child escape room put on. The escape room people. I don't remember what's on. It was very fun. I had a blast doing it, but we couldn't record. We wanted to record doing it, but they wouldn't let us.
Yeah.
Because my whole plan was to record it because I thought that would be really fun to put to the video and show. But nevertheless, it was still fun. But yeah, we didn't get around to any of the other smaller things. And a lot of that too is because you want to let out the secret? Can you let why you couldn't stay late?
No.
All right, we're not going to let out that secret. You guys are going to have to wait. Oh, that sucks. Anyways, Derek couldn't hang out.
Yeah, well, I wasn't there. Like last year, I was doing the convention.
Yeah, you were there late night.
I was basically, like this year I treated it as business, where I was, there from 9 to 5.
Right.
Literally there from 9 to 5.
But only being there 9 to 5, you missed out on so much in the nighttime stuff because a lot of the panels, like the extra smaller panels that I wanted to do and be able to get on film with you and stuff, were later at night.
Yeah.
And one of those, and they probably wouldn't have let us film in there. We might have been able to film maybe after stuff, but it was the body painting.
Okay.
The body painting one. I really wanted to go see that. I believe this is the second year that they've been doing it. And I really wanted to, hopefully next year they bring it back because I'm going to go to it. And it's not just so I can see some boobs. While that's nice, I think the whole body painting thing is cool. They had a TV show for a while.
It's incredible. I mean,
those people are crazy talented.
Like they literally turn you into a superhero.
Right.
With your skin.
Yeah.
And then, although I'll be a fat, sloppy superhero.
Well, that's why they get really hot chicks.
Or dudes, like they get.
Do they have dude models too?
I don't know if they have it at Phoenix Comicon, but yeah.
Oh, the only models that I've seen were chick models.
Oh yeah, no, there are dudes like obviously your bodybuilder dudes who are like ripped and shit, and then they do the whole.
So some eye candy for the girls too.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. It swings both ways,
Yeah.
And it's cool to to see obviously where I'm staring over here, what you guys can't see is the wallpaper of the Justice League, but like that literally painted on like either a guy
Superman's suit or Batman's suit or being able to have the body transformed into the Flash or whatever. It's the body painting stuff is cool.
Yeah, because it is like it looks better than having a body
I think so. It looks a lot cooler, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we missed out on some of those extra little things. We bought tickets for the Blue Ribbon Army Party. We didn't even go to it.
That's right. Those the kids need to read.
Yeah, it goes to a. That's why I didn't care if I went or not. It goes to a big cause. But we didn't even do that. Did a little bit of gaming at the Hyatt, but again, the vibe was just like it just wasn't there. It just wasn't like last year.
It was me.
Yeah, you should have been there. But you have your reasons, and you'll let everybody know about that at a later date.
Yeah.
So I think that it was a good time, and I think that that's going to take care of the positives. There are a couple things that I want to talk about that are negative, and I don't want to make it all negative. I don't want to make the show negative. So
I'll just put it out there.
We're just 5 minutes. We're not going to talk about it that long. 5 minutes.
I'll just simply put it out there. If you expect to have 100,000 people in the room, and you already know you have, so many tickets sold to do one thing, and you cram them into a fucking horse corral that's smaller than the room that we're in right now.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a good experience.
He's referencing the photo ops, and specifically it started with Dick Van Dyke photo ops. It was a complete mess. I don't know what happened with the people who were running the photo ops. I heard that there was a delay because all the photo ops got pushed back because there was a delay with some of the Dick Van Dyke getting there, showing up. I don't know what happened. I really don't care what happened. That's not my problem. Unfortunately, that's the convention's problem. But when you've got 2,000 photo ops, because I've heard that they did upwards of 2,000 photo ops in 1 hour for Dick Van Dyke. That's insane, dude. So when you have 2,000, put over 2,000 people, because you sold 2,000 photo ops, each photo op can hold 4 people, do that math, okay? Yeah. So you've got a ton of people sitting in there, and not a lot of room to put them. So what they did is they opened, because they didn't have room to put them, as far as the lines at the photo op area go, so what they did is they set up 4 squares in the middle of an aisle. So there were 4 squares that were just cordoned off, and they crammed people in those squares depending on what time you were going to be doing your photo op and for who it was going to be for.
So if you had a photo op at 4, you had to be in this corral at what time?
We had a photo op at, I believe, 1 o'clock. No, at 1:30, I think, for Dick Van Dyke. Something like that, like 1:30 for Dick Van Dyke. Or no, maybe it was later than that. Maybe it was 2 o'clock.
3:30.
Maybe it was, anyway, it was the later photo op for Dick Van Dyke. We were in that photo op line.
Right after the panel.
Yeah, right after
they
the panel.
Ended at 1:30.
Yeah, and we went directly over there. And we were sitting in there. And we didn't do the photo op until I think it was 5.
Right?
Yeah.
So you spent your entire...
couple hours, a quarter of the convention.
Yeah.
Quarter of that day. Sitting in line for a photo op, which honestly is BS. And they got to get that together. I don't know where the breakdown was, but the communication wasn't working. I went to one person who was working the front of the lines, right in front of the photo booths, just across from where these corrals were.
If you need to not offer so many panels to so many random people, which again is awesome, I love that everyone has a chance to do a panel at Phoenix Comicon.
Right, but you can only, come on, man.
Turn one of those hallways into strictly photo ops.
Yeah.
And put everyone up there.
Something like that. Because I would go, and the communication was horrible. I went to one person who was working photo ops, short little brunette girl holding a bubbly thing, or looked like a bubbly thing, and I asked her, I was like, hey, Dick Van Dyke photo op. Where, is it lined up yet? Where do I need to be? And she's like, no, it's not lined up. Come back in a little bit. And I was like, all right, well, okay, well, I got to find my group because I had a group of people. So I started walking around and I see these squares full of people, and I was like, well, what the hell is that all about? That doesn't, something fishy was up. So I went to one square, and they were like, oh, we're for the Dick Van Dyke photo op at 1:30. All right, cool. Went to the next square down the line. Yeah, we're for Dick Van Dyke at 1:30. Go to the next square down the line. Oh yeah, we're for Dick Van Dyke at 3. Okay. Cool. Then I went to the fourth one. We're for Dick Van Dyke at 3. I was like, all right, or whatever time it was. I was like, all right. Well, that sucks. I walk around because now I know that my group is in one of these crowds, one of the last 2 crowds. And they saw me and they got me over there. But we waited for another couple hours before we got the photo op done. Horrible. And what if I would have not known to go look for those crowds like on my own? Like, because the communication man, I could have just been wandering around with my dick in my hand. I don't know.
Well, not only that, is it like I watched, because you and Megan posted, your guys' live video from Dick Van Dyke's live video about getting your picture taken. And it was like the dumbest thing in the world. He's sitting there in a chair and, just sitting there, probably has the same face on the entire time. You guys stand around him for less than 3 seconds,
right?
The picture taken, then you're shunned away.
Yeah, it was so disheartening because it
was like, geez, boom, out.
And they had 2 people literally grabbing you, like corralling, like pushing you out like they were sheep herding dogs and corralling you out of this area and just push you out because you couldn't even like say, hey, thanks or whatever. If you started talking to them, right, because they had so many people, and I understand why they did it because there were so many people to get through, but the experience was it worth the picture? Was it worth that $100? No, I don't think so, in my opinion. It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the one, you went to go pick up your picture also was just foobar.
Yeah.
Disorganized.
So
Stupid.
Learn from mistakes. The bigger this convention gets,
they have to learn from this.
The less.
Anyway,
the less. Again, I'll say it again. The less panels you can have in these hallways. The entire second floor is dedicated to amateur panels. It really is.
Yeah.
Use one of those hemispheres of the second floor as for celebrity photo ops and pickups.
Yeah, they got to figure it out. I don't want to beat the dead horse. There was more, and I don't want it to be like just negative Nancy's. There was way more positive over the weekend than negative. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The few hiccups were big, but they can be fixed. I think that they can be fixed, and I'm pretty sure that Matt and everybody on the team is going to fix them and make everything better for next year.
Yep. I definitely think the planning, because right now they have like a 50-50 split. FanFest is in November.
Right.
So that's focus this next 6 months devotedly to FanFest.
Yep.
And then when that ends, I have to focus that next 6 months devotedly to Phoenix Comicon.
Yep. Well, no, they've got 2 other conventions too that they have to do. There's the Minnesota one, the Minnesota Fan Fest now, and then there's that new Halloween one.
Square runs those?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there needs to be teams that run these conventions.
Or maybe they need to ditch 2 of them and just nail down. If you're having this many problems with one convention, maybe you got to look in the mirror and trim some fat somewhere and be able to focus down on.
Money's nice.
Yeah.
But how many refunds did you give out?
Right. Well, apparently it's more than what they were expecting and what their bank was expecting because of the little letter that they put out and all the criteria that they need for the refunds.
Yeah.
So, all right, it is what it is. Phoenix Comicon was great.
Still a great place to be.
Still a great show.
Still, again, if you buy your tickets in January, you're paying $55. $55 for 4 days of incredible fun. And that's it. That really is it. You don't have to pay for photo ops. You don't have to pay for celebrity signings. You can pay $55 to get into the convention, be able to walk in and go walk around and do all these free
And if you want to meet the celebrities, a lot of them are cool with you going up to their autograph line and just saying what's up to them.
Yeah. Wait in the line, say what's up, don't buy anything, walk out.
Yeah, a lot of them are cool with that.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't. Some of them aren't. Well, most of them are.
Some of them are to make that $250,000.
Yeah, Jesus. All right. And that'll get me on another rant. Anyway, great convention. And it was, I think overall it was a success. Like I said in my review that I posted online, I rated it a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was good, but there's a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah.
So hopefully they fix the things
Yeah.
going into next year.